Bookish friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi, and today we are doing a 48-hour reading challenge vlog. Okay, Bookish friends, before we get into this 48-hour reading challenge vlog, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, which is Glocusent. I recently got an email from somebody at the company saying that they wanted to send me one of their reading lights in exchange for a fair and honest review, and the second they emailed me, I was like, hell yeah, count me in. I currently have a book light that you clip onto the back of the book, but I hate clipping it onto like a paperback book. I don't know why. Hardcovers I don't mind as much, but I just honestly I don't love it because I was constantly like turning it to fit the one page and then turning it back to get to the other page, and it was just a hassle. When Glocusent reached out and asked if I wanted to try out one of their reading lights, they had an option for a neck reading light, and I was like, no freaking way this just happened to me, because I have been like thinking about buying a neck reading light. So this is the Glocusent Rechargeable Neck Reading Light, and I absolutely love this neck reading light. It is so simple in design. On the right side here, you have your power button that turns the light on. On this side right here, you have the option to change the color of the light. So this is obviously a more yellow one. And then they have more of a bright white. The button on the top here, you can change the dimness. So this is the dim option, medium, high. And I absolutely love that you can choose the brightness of your reading light, because my eyes are so sensitive to light. I don't know what the problem is. So I like that I can put it on a low setting, but still also be able to see the book I'm reading. I just absolutely love this thing. It is so lightweight. You legit don't even feel it on your neck, which is probably my favorite thing, because I was a little hesitant that this was gonna like feel like it was pulling my neck forward, but it does not. Also, this thing is so flexible, so you can put it pretty much wherever you want. Like, it is just so easy to move around and get your perfect spot. Obviously, it's very easy to work. As I said, it is rechargeable, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. I just turned it off. Right here, you have a little charging port that you can just recharge it. That is major for me because I suck at batteries. Like, I will let this thing die, and then if I had to change the batteries, it would probably take me months, whereas I can literally just plug this in and charge it, and it's good to go. Chris and I are gearing up to go to Hawaii for our honeymoon, and I legit cannot wait to bring this thing with me because I'm going to use it on the plane. I will use it at night. Chris actually loves this reading light so much more because I don't blind him with my light at night. He loves that I can sit and read while he is going to sleep. I'm a night owl. He loves that this doesn't blind him at night. I love that I don't blind him at night, and I can stay up till 1 a.m. reading without bothering him. Honestly, I absolutely love this neck light. There's pretty much nothing bad I have to say about it. Hits every mark that I was looking for in a book light. I thought this was gonna be like a $50, $60 light, because when you get it, like, it is just such high quality. Like, it doesn't feel cheap, but it's also lightweight. It has the most basic settings that you could ever need, but there's nothing extra that you're gonna be like, oh, I wish I had this. Such a great price. I think like, oh, that's kind of expensive for a book light. Trust me, it's not. I was looking at book lights that were like $60 plus. This is available to purchase on Amazon. If you want to check out the Glocusent Neck Reading Light or any of their other kinds of reading lights, you can do so through the link in my description box. It is an affiliate link, so if you do purchase through my link, I do make a small commission. It would mean the world to me if you would use the link in my description to purchase. You are supporting my channel that way, and yeah. But thank you to Glocusent for sponsoring this portion of the video, and let's just get right into reading. Chris and I have nothing to do this weekend, and I told him to not make any plans whatsoever this weekend so we can just like sit home and veg out. We leave for our honeymoon in a week from tomorrow. I'm starting this on a Friday, by the way. I probably should have said that. It's Friday, October 27th when I'm starting this. I'm going to be ending it on Sunday. A week from tomorrow, we leave for our honeymoon, and I was like, don't make any plans for us because it's our last weekend home. We're gonna be gone for 2 weeks. I just want to chill. When he agreed to that, I was like, sweet, I can do a 48-hour reading challenge and see how much reading I can get done in this weekend. Let's talk about my definitely over ambitious TBR for this video. So I'm currently halfway through A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I'm hoping I can finish this tonight. It's about 3:04 when I'm filming this. I think I'm gonna officially start it at 3:15 because obviously I'm gonna be talking for the next couple of minutes. I'm hoping I can finish this tonight. If not, I'm finishing this first thing tomorrow morning. I'm absolutely loving this. I don't know why it took me so long to get into the ACOTAR series. I honestly think I was just overwhelmed by the amount of books that this author has out. And this one's not that big. Books get bigger and bigger as they go on. So I think that was part of what was intimidating me. But 50% of the way through this, hoping to finish this tonight. And then I have 2 graphic novels on here just because I know I can read these quickly. So I have Over My Dead Body by Sweeney Boo. I heard that this is like Harry Potter but a witch, and I don't want to read anything else about it. So this is only 232 pages, and obviously it's a graphic novel, so it don't take that long to read. I can probably read this in like a 30-minute sitting. So I was like, you know what? I want to try to read as many books as I can this weekend, so why not throw some graphic novels on here? So this is one that I plan to get to. The next one I am super excited about, and that is Stalking Deluxe Edition Volume 4. As you know, this is what turned me into a manga graphic novel girly. I'm not like somebody who reads a lot of them, but it takes a lot for me to actually like one. And this story is just so like fucked up. So this is the 4th book in the Stalking series, and I loved books 1, 2, and 3. The second one wasn't like my favorite, but it was like kind of necessary. Book 3 ended wild, so I can only imagine where this is gonna go. This book is 390 pages, but again, I could probably read this in like 45 minutes, so why not? And then pending I finish these 3 books, which hopefully I will, I want to pick up the Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is like it's like a standalone, but within the same universe as the Inheritance games. You see the same characters and whatnot, but the story is different. If you've ever read anything from Jennifer Lynn Barnes, you know that you read it so quickly. It's YA, and like there's not many, like the font is kind of smaller on these books, and her books read so fast. So I'm hoping I can at least get a little bit into this. I miss this series so much. I miss these characters, and I cannot wait to get back into them. It's a thick book, but it's also like a smaller size. This book is 469 pages, but like I said, her books read really fast, and the font's not that small, so I can definitely read through this quickly. And her stories are so gripping that once you start, like you legit can't stop. When I read the Inheritance games, I read it in a weekend, all 3 books in one single weekend, because I was like, I can't stop, I need to know how this ends. Very excited about this little TBR I have set for myself. I think it's gonna be a really good mental health weekend with the amount of books I am going to read. I'm trying to stay off my phone, off my computer, away from everything this weekend, so I can just mentally prepare for mine and Chris's honeymoon. I say that like it's a bad thing. I know it's gonna be a lot of fun, but being away from like my home and my dog for 2 full weeks like really stresses me out. But I know once I get there and I see how warm and beautiful it is, I'm gonna be like, never, don't ever bring me back to New York. Send Louis to me and leave me here forever. This is where I want to die. Without further ado, let's get into book 1 of this 48-hour reading challenge vlog, and let's hope and pray I can finish this today. So let's go. On this side. Louis. You come on this side? Come on this side. Sit right here. Come here. Right here. There you go. You're allowed to sit here, I totally get the hype. I'm so sad that's over.
Yeah, good.
That was amazing. I don't want to read another book ever again.
Shut up.
I feel like I'm gonna end up jumping right into book 2.
Good morning, Bookish friends. It is now Saturday, October 28th. I just woke up. I've slept late. I needed that. I have been so like run down and just tired that I needed to just sleep till like, I think I woke up at 10:45. So that felt great. I didn't go to sleep until like 1 though. Obviously I am outside in the gazebo. I'm gonna do a quick reading update. I finished A Court of Thorn and Roses last night and absolutely anyways, I absolutely love this. I gave it an immediate 5 stars. I feel like this is like kind of putting me into a reading slump where I don't want to read anything else, but then also making me want to read good books. So I'm not gonna like explain my thoughts about this because you already know. I absolutely love the plot of this. I love the romance in this. Feyre and Tamlin might become like my new obsession. I love all these characters. I don't know how I feel about Rysand yet. I like kind of like him because he helped save Feyre, but he's still a little sketchy to me. Don't know how I feel about him, but other than that, I love all the characters. Like the way this ended was just perfect. And what I liked the most about this is it was 416 pages, but there was never a moment where I was like, yeah, okay, I'm bored. Like I was never bored throughout this. I read half of this last night. I read from page 208 to the end. Like I read that much in one night because I was just like so into this and it was so fast paced. So really, really, really love this. And I'm trying my hardest not to just jump into the second book because I do want to stick to this video's TBR. But so starting off strong. I am going to quickly jump into Killing Stalking Deluxe Edition Volume 4. Yunbum is this guy. He was obsessed with Sang-woo, broke into his house, went into like his basement and realized that this guy is like an actual psychopath and kills people and whatnot. I'm not gonna say much more than that because then I will ruin everything for you if you decide to read this, but this is gonna read quickly, hopefully. It is 11:15 right now. I'm hoping I can have this done by 12, so let's do it. Also, I have a headache, so I'm wearing this on my head. Don't judge me. Okay, I am here for a quick reading update. I read to page 162 when I was sitting outside. I had to go pick up my car. I was getting some work done. Then I stopped and got myself some Chipotle for lunch. I have like a pounding headache right now, so I've been sitting with my headache hat on. I love this thing. It's like all ice packs. Now I'm sitting on the couch watching Ink Master and I'm going to finish this. This is actually like the perfect thing for my brain right now and my eyeballs because obviously there's not a lot of words on each page, so it's not like my eyes are like squinting to see what I'm reading. This one is pretty intense so far. I don't know if I'm like loving it more than I've liked the other ones, but we shall see. I'm going to sit here, relax, try to help my brain not hurt as much, and we're going to finish my second book for this 48-hour reading challenge. Okay, I legit just finished this. I don't know how I feel about this one. This one was like kind of confusing. This might be a spoiler if you haven't read them yet or you haven't gotten to this edition first, but Sang-woo basically got caught by the cops and they let him go. I think it was a cop that like got discharged or something. It wasn't a detective anymore. But he ended up going in Sang-woo's house and taking him and Yunbum. But like it was kind of confusing like why he couldn't technically like be a detective or something like that. The big boss comes in, the chief came in and was like, oh, Sang-woo, we're so sorry, like you're free to go. Sang-woo brings Yunbum home, does some really shitty shit like per usual, just something really messed up. Basically ends and then it goes through this nightmare of Sang-woo being like underground in a basement. He hears a piano. Sang-woo's voice is on a recording saying come here, and then there's clowns and stuff. I don't know. This wasn't my favorite. I'm gonna give this probably like a 3.5 star. It's probably gonna be my official rating. The other ones were so intense and so good, and this was definitely good, but it wasn't like the best in the series. Definitely think 1 and 3 were my favorites so far. I think there's 2 more volumes of this coming out, so I will definitely be continuing on with the series because it's just that good. All right. We're down 2 books. We have 2 more to go. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a reading break and just chill on the couch for a little bit, maybe take a nap. I'm thinking I'm gonna start the Brothers Hawthorne next because I don't wanna go from like graphic novel to another graphic novel. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the Brothers Hawthorne next and see how far I can get into that. We're doing great. We're only not even 24 hours into this and I've already finished half of A Court of Thorn and Roses, this entire thing, and then I have obviously the Brothers Hawthorne on it and Over My Dead Body by Sweeney. So we're doing great so far. We have another 24, actually I have like 26 hours to go, so we're doing great. But I will be back when I have another reading update or I start another book. Hello vlog. I am fresh out of the shower. I went to go see my grandmother with Chris a little while ago at like 4:30. And then we came home, we ordered some dinner, and then I came home, put all my laundry away, picked out some clothes for Hawaii, and switched over my summer and fall clothes. So then I showered, and here we are. It's about 8 p.m. I read like 50 or 60 pages of the Brothers Hawthorne and really loving it. Actually, I should say I'm really liking it. It's not like, I don't know, I guess I'll give you thoughts when I like read more, and I'll update like officially tomorrow morning. I'm tired. It's been like a lazy day, but also like I'm just, my body is so run down. We are gonna go downstairs. I'm going to eat my dinner because I didn't eat it earlier, and we are just gonna keep reading. See how far we can get tonight. Okay, good morning vlog. Hold on, let me adjust that. Okay. It is now Sunday morning. Well, almost afternoon. Chris and I slept in again because we just needed it, and fuck it, it's the weekend. I'm here for a quick reading update on the Brothers Hawthorne. I got to page 122, chapter 27 last night. I'm liking this, not loving it. I feel like it's just now getting like to the point where it's gonna get to that Jennifer Lynn Barnes writing where like you just can't stop and you're like, what the hell? How is this gonna happen? And how is this gonna end? The problem with this one is I'm thinking it's gonna be like Inheritance Games, and so far it's not like Inheritance Games. Her books are also like, they can be slow to start, but then once like the action starts, it doesn't stop, and it's like not just like, oh, I guess that, it's like, I never guessed that was gonna happen, never thought that was gonna happen. So I feel like I'm just getting to that point. I thought this was gonna be like after the Inheritance Games, and I guess it kind of is, but it doesn't really have to do with anything that took place in Inheritance Games. There's like references to it, like, oh, remember that time when. But this is basically following Grayson and Jameson as they are at opposite ends of the world trying to solve like their own problems, I guess. And this might be a little spoilery, so if you don't want to know what happens in this book, maybe skip forward. Grayson found out who his dad was, and he realized that he had two sisters, and one of the sisters was just arrested, and he got a call when he was in London with his brothers saying that she was arrested, she's at the police station. So he goes, bails her out, and then realizes that his sister has this like key to a lockbox that will reveal something that happened with Avery like months ago, and he doesn't want that to happen. So now he almost has to like trick his sister into not finding out about that, but his sister doesn't know that they're related. His sister has no clue that they're related. The other sister knows, and the mom of the twins, the twin girls, knows. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. He's kind of like weaseling his way into his sister's life without her knowing that they're related, even though the other two in the family know they're related, and that's that. On the other side, Jameson and Avery, who are dating, like full-blown dating in this book, are, I think they're still in London, and Jameson finally found out who his dad was. He got this like card in the mail one day that said, come to this location at this time, and realized that this guy is his father. Jameson was the only one that I think didn't know who his dad was. He goes, and his dad basically asked him for a huge favor that involves like getting into this very, very secret society and secret club, being invited to this like renounced, it's almost like a gambling game. It's not poker, or maybe it is poker, I don't know. But in order to get to this game, his dad lost something that he really wants back, and now Jameson and Avery are being tasked with getting it back for him. So that's kind of that. You see Xander and Nash in this from time to time. Like, they're clearly not the main characters, which is a little weird to me. Like, why wouldn't you make this book like all 4 of them trying to figure something out? In this, Nash proposed to Libby, which is Avery's sister, so that's kind of like a little cute thing that happened. That's what brought the brothers together in the first place, is Nash used his once a year 911 for his bachelor party in London, so they all went. Jameson and Grayson went their separate ways to figure out both of their problems. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm hoping I can read another decent amount of this today. About 12 o'clock right now. We're going over to Chris's parents at like 1 for the Dallas game, because Dallas plays at 1, and then I'm leaving early to come back and get shit done. But before I go, I kind of want to try to read the last book on my TBR, which is Over My Dead Body by Sweeney Boo, or at least read a decent amount of it. I do need to get ready though, that's the problem. Maybe I won't get ready before. I have to film some other YouTube-y stuff and whatnot today at some point, so maybe I won't get ready right now. The thing I love, okay, this is a random thought, but now my hair is short, like, it looks so much better, and it looks like I styled it and straightened it without me having to do anything. And I just miss that so much. Like, when my hair was longer, like, if I didn't do it, it looked like shit, but now it looks decent and I don't feel like I have to do anything to it because it's short. So I'm absolutely loving the short hair. We will see what I'm gonna do right now. I'm probably gonna read this before we go, just because I don't want to bring this over to Chris's parents, and then this I can read while I'm over at Chris's parents. I have about until 3:15 to complete this reading vlog, so we will see. I might extend it just a little bit. Just why not? We'll see. But once I get back from his house, I will have a final reading update, and I will close out this 48-hour reading vlog. Got my coffee. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna get some reading done right now with this boy who's being so handsome. You don't want to say hi? Oh, look at your face. He's so cute. I'm sorry, I just love him so much. Oh, also, I want to address this because I know I seem like chipper and happy, but I am so sad right now. Last night on Saturday, I found out that Matthew Perry died. Oh my god, I'm getting choked up. And if you didn't know, Friends is like one of my favorite shows ever. Like, it is such a comfort show to me. So I feel like I lost one of my friends. Like, I'm so sad. I literally cried last night and this morning, and I was like, Chris, I feel so stupid for crying over this. Like, I didn't even know him. And he was like, Lexi, like, you watch that show all day, every night. It's the only thing that like puts you to sleep when you're like really stressed out and anxious. Like, no duh, you're gonna be sad. Like, he was basically like a part of your life. I'm really upset about that. Like, really upset. I watch Friends every single day. Like, when it's on TBS and I'm working from home, like, it's on all day because the background noise is just... Friends is one of those shows where I can listen to it and know exactly what's happening in that episode because I've watched each episode so many freaking times, and I can't even tell you the amount of times that I've been like so anxious before going to bed and my brain just won't shut off, and I will literally put Friends on and within 10 minutes I'm asleep. Like, it's actually insane. So I am very sad about Matthew Perry. Like, that actually breaks my heart. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and be like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I love Chandler Bing. It's not gonna be the same watching it without him. So that sucks, but I'm going to dive into books so I can not think about how sad I am. It's really sad. Like, really sad. So I'm going to, last night I literally was like on my phone on the internet looking at all these things about him, and I was just like crying, and I was like, all right, I need to like put my mind in books so I cannot think about how sad I am. But I just wanted to mention that because I'm really heartbroken actually. So all right, on that depressing note, let's get some reading done. Okay, hello Bookish friends. We are here to close out this 48-hour reading challenge vlog. It is 6 p.m. on Sunday. I did actually finish this vlog like right at 3:15. The last book I read, which was a graphic novel, I literally finished like right around the time that technically the 48-hour span was over, so that is fantastic. I did exactly what I wanted to do with my TBR, and I'm so proud of myself for like actually doing this and actually reading a lot. Let's recap. When I first started this vlog, I was halfway through A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I was on page, I think, 208. So I read 208 pages of this in this vlog, so we were off to a great start. I finished this Friday night. I started this reading vlog at 3:15 on Friday and finished this, which I was kind of shocked that I did, honestly, but that's a good thing. So currently we are at 208 pages. I absolutely love this, gave it an instant 5 stars, and now books 2 and 3 are coming with me to Hawaii, which I will already be in Hawaii when you see this, so I'm probably already reading the second book as you are watching this. Next, I read the entirety of Killing Stalking Deluxe Edition Volume 4 by Koogi. This was a graphic novel. This is like the most effed up series ever. So if you have a strong stomach, don't get easily triggered, I 100% recommend this entire series. I'm pretty sure there's 2 more books coming out in this series, so very excited for that. This one wasn't my favorite. I think I gave this a 3.5 star because out of all the books in the series, which I have all of them right here, definitely books 1 and 3 were like the most intense and my favorite, but 2 and 4 almost seem like kind of not boring, but like necessary in the story and I feel like now number 5 is going to be like the most fucked up, so very excited about this. This one was 391 pages, so let's calculate that. Currently up to 599 pages. Then I picked up the Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I got to page 122 on this, so I technically read to 121 up to 720. Obviously I'm not done with this yet. I didn't get a chance to read more of this today because literally after I filmed myself starting the next book, Chris was like, okay, let's go to my parents now. Oh shit, I forgot to pick up my prescriptions, damn it! Sorry, sidetracked, total squirrel brain. Then when we got to his parents' house, I was doing something with his dad, and then I picked up the other book, finished that, and didn't get a chance to read any more of this, so I read 121 pages of this. You will probably see my final thoughts on this on Instagram, so make sure you are following me over there. My username is below in the description box. And then I started and read the entirety of Over My Dead Body by Sweeney Boo. I loved this. I gave this a 4.5 star, and I'll explain why I didn't get the extra half star to be a 5 star. This is very similar to Harry Potter, but witches. Let me just quickly read you the description of this one. Another school year begins at the Unwitty Hidden Institution of Witchcraft, and Abigail knows that this is the year she needs to buckle down, grow up, and start taking her studies seriously. But everything is thrown off course when her mentee, Noreen, goes missing. Abby's classmates are quick to put Noreen's disappearance behind them. The coven will find her, they say. They have it under control. But Abby can't let it go, and her search for answers leads her down a rabbit hole that uncovers more secrets than she can handle. As the mounting evidence steers her toward the untamed woods that surround the Institute, Abby begins to see that Noreen's disappearance has a lot in common with the story of another girl who went missing all those years ago. So basically this follows Abby, a bunch of other characters, their familiars, which are their like animals that are kind of associated with them that also have magical powers. Follows Abby, who is looking for her mentee Noreen. She went missing in the woods that somebody else went missing in years ago and never came back. She finds all these things like interconnected with some of the teachers at the school. She just basically puts it upon herself to figure out the disappearance of her friend because it doesn't seem like the school is doing anything for her. The ending is you figure out what happened, obviously. The reason why this didn't get 5 stars is because at the beginning of this book, they like introduce the teachers and they say, okay, this is this person, and she teaches this. And then at the end, the way it ends, it has some sort of involvement with the teachers. That might be a spoiler, so sorry. Throughout the entire story, you don't really hear about the teachers again. Like they're kind of just mentioned at the beginning and then they're back in the plot at the end. So like when I was reading the ending and figuring out how everything was like connected, I was like, wait, who is she again? Like, what does she teach? How is she connected? Like, it kind of got a little confusing, but I honestly love this. This is probably like, let me find you a perfect page. Tell me this doesn't scream Harry Potter. Like, look at the big dining table, all the kids together eating. This just screams Harry Potter to me. And honestly, these illustrations were like some of my favorites. They were so very fall, very cozy. Like, look at this. How cute is this? So I really enjoyed this. I gave this 5 stars, and this was 233 pages. So I read a total of 953 pages. Oops. For this reading vlog, which honestly, that is fantastic. I am so excited that I actually like made this TBR and stuck to it. I set this TBR and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Like even with 2 of the books being graphic novels, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish this as quickly as I can, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to get more than like 50 pages into this, because I easily get distracted when it comes to like doing this kind of stuff, and weekends like get busy for me personally, not like work-wise. So I was like, something's gonna come up. But honestly, Chris and I just laid low this weekend, and it was fantastic because I was able to read and start all these books. So I'm so excited about that. When you are watching this, Chris and I are in Hawaii, so I pre-filmed a ton. We are definitely living our best lives in Hawaii right now as you're watching this, and I'm so excited. That is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And let me know in the comments below what your favorite book that you read this weekend was. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye.